what you doing? We supposed to be going to this party. Why you sitting down?
Whatever.
Okay, but the party gonna be lit, and we gonna turn.
I don't care about the turn up.
We ain't turning up for Jesus, honey. We not turning up for nothing. Get your mindset right.
Okay, so first off, I want to say that this video is for the saved. It is for the unsaved. It is for anybody who's needing some advice, some good godly advice while you're entering into college, and that is whether you are saved or not saved. I hope that you get saved, but I just want to inform you all with some of the things that I will be sharing on today. And so first off, for all of you who have graduated from high school, I just want to say congratulations, whether it was recently or whether it's been a while since you have graduated from high school. I just want to congratulate each and every last one of you, because graduating from high school is a big step. Everyone does not always graduate from high school for different reasons, but I want to congratulate those who did, because you got one milestone out of your way. And so the first thing that I want to say to you all, the second thing that I want to say to you all, is that you need to go into college having the right mindset. So many people go into college with the mindset, okay, I'm a party, I'm gonna meet my spouse, I'm gonna meet my husband, I'm gonna meet my wife. I'm just gonna have a good time. I'm away from home. I'm gonna turn up. You know, I'm gonna do whatever it is that I want to do because I'm grown. But my freshman year of college, I did not go into college at all with that mindset. I went into college with a fresh start. That was my mindset, because I had just graduated from high school, and when you are entering into a new school with new people, you need a fresh start. It's a fresh start. No one knows you, and you know, so you need to go into college with the right mindset. I went into college that I was going to keep God first in my life. I was going to stay saved, and that I was going to be a blessing to whoever it is that I met. I wanted to reach out more, because as you all know, if you watch the I Won't Go Back video, I was one of those people who had just gotten saved, and I was just very, very on fire for God. So any chance that I got to talk about Him, I did just that. And so I didn't care what people thought about me. I didn't care if people thought, you know, that it's a little weird or whatever it is. I did not care. I was fresh in what I was trying to do and trying to get the message out and whatnot. And I did just that with the help of God. Okay, when you're starting college, I know it can be a little scary, as you can say, especially if you're not used to being away from home and you don't have no one who has told you what to expect from college. But I want to let you all know that you're going to be okay. You're going to be okay, and God's got your back. I want you all to understand that. Now, I went into college my freshman year knowing some people, but we just never really talked. But I knew some people who were there. But for some of you all who may be going to college, your first time away from home, and your first time, you don't know these people who you're with, you're going to be okay. I want to let you all know that. I just graduated from the community college that I was at, and I will be having a new start, just like some of you all. And so I'm going into college knowing a couple of people, but, you know, we really don't talk once again. And so I just want to encourage you all that you're going to be just fine. That's a word for somebody out there. The second thing that I want to talk to you all about is let God find your spouse. Don't go into college thinking that you're going to find Him. just let him find you. For the Bible says that God created Eve because it was not good for a man to be alone. So this basically means that a man was created first, and then it was a woman. And it means that, women can survive without a man. It was the man who needed a helpmeet. But don't get me wrong, ladies out there who want to start a family but just let God just be first in your life, and he will connect you to the right people at the right time. And also, females, you want to stay safe when you're on the college campus. You don't want to get into any trouble and start partying and start doing all of this, because sooner or later your grades are going to start slipping. Your relationship with God is going to start sinking, and you're going to find yourself in places that you didn't think that you would wind up in, because sin always takes you further than you intended to go. And so this being said, you want to make sure that you are surrounding yourselves with the right company. This is for the males and the females out there. Don't give in to peer pressure. Don't give in to what they say. This is what you should do. You remember what you were taught at home, and you take that to school, and you be a leader and show somebody that Christ is the way. My freshman year of college, people thought, oh, this girl is, she's real. People looked up to me. I feel like people looked up to me, and they actually listened to what I had to say. And I can really I can really go further into details on that. There was this particular young lady that I had met while I was in college, and she had this this type of, like, I felt like she needed someone to talk to. And so I began talking to her, and she started telling me some experiences that she had went through, and I would try to help her in these situations and tell her it doesn't matter where you come from, it's just where you're going from now on. You don't have to live in the past, but you can focus on the future. And she just would always say, why you being nice, why this, why that? And I would explain to her, this is just who I am, and the young lady got mad with me. She got really mad with me one time, and she stormed off and stormed away. But this young lady, the same young lady who thought I was against her, at the end of the year, she said, Tavius, you helped me out. She said, you helped me out. You helped me find out that there was a problem that needed to be fixed in my life, and I thank you for that. And she wrote me a letter, and, it just blesses me, the fact that God is using me to bless someone else. And so, you never know who life you're going to impact in college, and also who's watching you. So you want to make sure that you're being a good role model, and that you're being a leader at all times. The second thing that I want to talk to you all about is your roommate. The roommate, I know it can be a nerve-wracking thing as well. You're trying to figure out, okay, who's this person that's going to be staying in the same room with me? Well, my freshman year of college, I was roomed with a family member, and we didn't get along that much in the room, but don't get me wrong, me and her are very, very close. But it's just the fact that we were not compatible. Her sleeping patterns, my sleeping patterns were different. I'm a freshman, she's a sophomore. She's expecting a little bit more from me, and I'm not used to being away from home, so it's like I'm adjusting. But at the same time, I did what was best for the both of us, and I ended up moving out of the room into another room, and I got with a more compatible roommate. So you don't want to go to college with and get in the room with someone who you're not compatible with. I know most colleges allow you to kind of choose, like, who you like, what kind of roommate that you want, and if you go to bed this time, it gives you different options. But I put myself with her because I knew her. But you know, things went the way they did, and I moved to another room, and it was better. You know, it was a little different, and she was very, very quiet. But it worked, and so that's what I want to tell you all. And also, don't go to college and get paired with your roommate if you and your roommate are taking the same classes and that y'all are going just everywhere together. I would not suggest this. I would not suggest this to anyone because, you know, you're seeing your friend all throughout the day. Y'all gonna bump some heads somewhere along the line, you know. You're going to bump some heads somewhere along the line. You're sleeping together. You got all your classes together. You're eating together. You're doing everything together. And then at the same time, y'all are not. College is a place where you find connections, as they say. And so if you're trying to do this, how are you going to know, like, when you actually get your degree? That person that you didn't talk to because you were so close to that person is going to be like, man, I should have communicated a little bit better with other people. Now, don't get me wrong. Some of you all may be able to do that. But me personally, I know I could never roommate. I could never be a friend. I could never room with my friend because we will be talking all night and at that same time butting heads. And so, the next thing that I want to tell you all is when you get to college, keep your purity and continue to know your worth. When you get on the college campus, young ladies, you don't have to show everything off for someone to look at you. As a matter of fact, the more you show off on you, the less guys have respect for you. It's like when you buy this car and it's a 2016, let's say, and you start putting rims on it and extras and extras and extras. If you try to trade that car in or if you try to sell it, the value of that car is going to be lowered just because you have decorated it in this way, and everybody don't like fancy dancy stuff and whatever your taste of the vehicle is. And so, just like what I just said for you all, don't lower your standards for nobody on that college because they're not worth it. And I seen a lot of females my freshman year, they were just with the wrong crowds, and then they were, you know, they start dating so-and-so because he told her she looked good, and, oh, I like them legs, or, you know, I like the way you do that. I don't know, y'all, but at the end of the year, I saw, no, not even at the end of the year. It was a couple months later, that female was pregnant, ended up having to drop out of school, while that boy is still somewhere walking around talking to her friend and maybe her friend. You know what I'm saying? And so you all, you don't want to get to college and think and just be boy crazy, but you want to have a mind, you know, you want to keep your purity. And this is another thing that I want to tell you. I don't know, I actually had this to say for another video, but I'm going to say it right here. It does not matter what degree you get. If you don't have no husband, if you don't have a wife, you should not be having sex. And many people make it look like, okay, if I get this degree, then hey, I'm grown. I can do what I want to do. But it doesn't matter what degree you get behind your name. Sin is sin, and if you're sinning, you're going to hell. And so don't let the world fool you into thinking it's okay. But that's the world that we live in today. And the same thing for the guys, you know. Don't go up to a female and just expect that all females are the same, because some females have some really, really good values and some really good morals. And so you want to make sure that you approach them the right way, or you could really, really mess up whatever you were trying to plan. And women, don't you all, your rejection, I had this for another video too, but your rejection is God's protection. That's for the women, and that's for the males out there. So if so-and-so don't like you, you don't have to show all of this to make him like you. If she don't like you, then she's not the one either. And you don't have to try to change your hair and wear contacts and all of this, you know, get the latest shoes and all this stuff. You know, it doesn't matter. Okay, so you want to keep your purity. You want to dress nice. That's something else that I wanted to leave on you all. And another thing that I want to tell you all is that, you know, you're in college. Like I said, college is a place where you connect with other people who are in the same field as you, or if you have this particular field and you want to do something else, even though you have this major, you just want to get another degree and maybe this, then it's always good to know people. And so when you're joining clubs, you can meet people with various who have the same majors as you. My freshman year of college, I joined this club. The first club that I joined, it really, you know, it really made me feel at home, and so I really do appreciate that club. The second organization that I joined this Christian organization. It was by my my science teacher. She was a biology teacher. And, well, she was talking. It was the first day of school. She was talking, saying she was a minister. She have, you know, different revivals, different campus ministries on this day and this day. And I should come out. And so I decided to go. You know, I decided to go, and then she had put me on a spot. Since I stood up and told everybody that I know how to sing, she put me on a spot, asked me to sing a little tune. I did just that, and then she told me, you need to come on tonight because I'm going to pick you. And so she chose me for the choir. And well, I got in this organization, and I started seeing some things that just weren't adding up. She was this woman of God, what she said that she was, but she had a filthy mouth. And I'm not trying to judge her or anything, but my thing about it is that when you have all these people in this organization, college students at that, you need to be setting an example for them and just living what you're talking about at the same time. And she was living what she was talking about. I walked in on her one day, and she was talking about, you know, that abortions were okay. I walked in on her, and I heard this. I was like, what do you mean abortions are okay? She was like, well, I just believe that if you kill the baby before it has an arm or a leg or a neck, then it's really not a baby. But my thing about it is anything that could possibly be a human being and you've killed it and not let God do what it is that he wants to do, but you basically taken this life and you say it's okay. Like, what are you teaching? And also, you know, I just seen some stuff that was happening in this organization that were contrary to the things that I was taught. So I had to get out of the organization, and I'm so glad that I did. And so for any of you out there, make sure you know what the organization is about. Go watch it. Go see what it's about before you join it. This will help you out. This will help you out. Okay? So the next thing that I want to talk to you all about is books. Books, yeah, books. You're in college, and you know you're gonna have some classes that are going to require some books. Some are not. Some you can get by with. Some you can even buy the latest version of the book. But you all more in your pocket. That's just what we're going for, right? And so when I was a freshman, I had no idea that you could rent a book from the bookstore. So I went in the bookstore, and I bought every book that was on the shelf that I needed for my classes. Wow, Tay, yeah, I did, because I didn't know, but I want to tell you all, don't do that. You will waste all your money like that. And you'll be surprised if you also get a refund. But, you know, I was able to sell the books back, but the thing about it is I was not able to sell it back to that school. I had to sell them online because the price they were trying to give me for these books weren't even 10%. And so I had to end up selling my books online. And I'm not trying to promote anything or nothing, but You All Check is a very, very good place to go and rent your books, because you're not going to use those books again. I mean, what's the purpose of buying them unless you just really, really want to read? But if, you know, you just need them for this particular class, then rent your books. It's so much cheaper that way. So that's what I want to tell you all as well. And, well, because I was a freshman, I had all this money. You know, I went to a community college first. So I had all this money towards my books, and I ended up running out of money for my books. So I went to so-and-so, and so-and-so told me, okay, cool, no problem. We're going to get some money right on that book for you. And so I'm thinking, you know, it's just extra money that the school just had laying around. No, it was my money that I was basically taking and towards these books that I was not even getting 10% on. So we didn't have that understanding there. And also I signed something that I didn't know what I was signing. So you all want to read. This is very important. You probably were able to get by with directions and all this, that when you were in high school and on down the road, but college is something that's different, and you're going to have to read what you are signing, because you can be signing something saying, I don't know, but you all need to read. Please read. Okay, so the next thing I want to talk to you all about is your goal. You want to have a goal to achieve when you're on campus. What is your goal? Write down a goal. You don't have to make this big old goal from the time you're a freshman all the way to the time that you're a senior. But take it day by day, take it one step at a time, and write your goal down. You want to make sure that you have a goal that you're going to complete for that first semester, and you're also going to want to make sure that you have a goal for that second semester. Don't get lazy and drop out of school. No matter how hard it gets you all, I've learned that when the going gets tough, that's just when God is working behind the scenes and the devil is getting mad. So many things I came against my freshman year, but I kept going in spite of it all. So don't drop out of school. Don't get lazy, and don't get weary in your well-doing, because the Bible says that you're going to reap if you faint not. And so this is what I want to leave with you all. I really do hope that this video blessed you all out there. And just some scriptures that I want to leave with you all. Just something that I was reading and came across. Psalms 139:14, it says, I will praise thee, for I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Marvelous are the works, and that my soul knoweth right well. So this just means, you know, you're fearfully and that you're wonderfully made. Don't ever let nobody put a price on you and tell you, hey, you know, I can get you this if you sleep with me. You all don't do that. You are fearfully and wonderfully made, and God bought you with a price that man can't even purchase. Like, you're priceless. And another thing that I want to tell you all, another scripture that you should read is Psalms 34, and it says, I will bless the Lord at all times. His praises shall continually be in my mouth. That was something that I had to stamp on my mirror my sophomore year. I will tell you all about that experience a little later on. But I had to stamp that on my mirror, you all, because I had to know that no matter what I was facing, no matter how bad it looked, I still had to praise God anyhow. And so I hope that this video really did bless you all out there. Congratulations once again for those who are considering going back to college, whether you stopped or whatever the case may be. If you still have breath in your body, you still have time. Get that degree and show your children or show somebody who's looking up to you that it's never too late to go back to college. Those who are in college, make use of your time in college, your freshman year. This is a very important year, and you don't want to start off lacking and slacking. And so I pray that this video really did bless you all.